Bobby Lashley reveals why he turned down a UFC contract from Dana White. Randy Orton posts a heartwarming message to his wife ahead of her podcast debut, and a WWE Hall of Famer comments on sharing the ring with Ronda Rousey. What's up, everyone? I'm Jose G, and there's a lot to talk about in today's Sportskeeda Wrestling WWE News Roundup. Never miss brand new content by liking, sharing, and subscribing to our YouTube channel. Bobby Lashley reveals why he turned down a UFC contract from Dana White. Bobby Lashley has had an impressive MMA record at 15-2. His career in mixed martial arts spanned 8 years and holds victories in top-tier promotions such as Strikeforce and Bellator. Speaking to Ariel Helwani on the MMA Hour, Bobby Lashley revealed that despite his success in MMA, he didn't have a full-fledged training camp. He admitted to being jealous of his recent rival Brock Lesnar for building a gym next to his house and flying people in to train him. While he did have a relationship with American Top Team and Dan Lambert, Lashley admitted that he originally came into MMA with the intention of fighting once. Bobby Lashley said that while he had training partners like Josh Barnett, he had to fly in and out to see his children, and he was a single father at the time. The WWE champion also stated that when any fighter is moving up in levels in their MMA career, they need a definitive plan and a fixed training camp. He said that putting it all together was a challenge. Due to his connection with Dan Lambert and ATT, Lashley was able to get a contract offer from the UFC. President Dana White told Lambert that he could offer the Almighty the opportunity to get his foot in the door, but said that only a small contract would be given at first. This presented another challenge, as Bobby Lashley would need to exclusively focus on MMA and essentially put a halt to his pro wrestling career, as the UFC wouldn't allow him to work part-time at another wrestling promotion. Ultimately, the cons seemed to outweigh the pros, and the contract with Bellator that allowed him to wrestle also opened the door for his WWE return. Nia Jax says that her family didn't have her back after the WWE release. Nia Jax has somehow found herself to be in a controversial figure in the eyes of fans. While the main reason for her popularity dipping was her perceived recklessness in the ring, her comments against the COVID-19 vaccine have only soured more fans. In a recent interview, she revealed that her family connections didn't pay off as people thought. Nia Jax is related to the Anoa'i family, which has been perceived as one with wrestling royalty. With a lineage that dates back decades, several family members have made it big in the wrestling business, from the likes of Rikishi, The Rock, Yokozuna, and Roman Reigns to the late Great Umaga. The legacy of the family is still well represented in wrestling today. In her first interview post-WWE release, Nia Jax appeared on The Sessions with Renee Paquette and dropped a bombshell stating that her family members, who people thought supported her, didn't have her back at all. Unlike what many people perceive, Jax also admitted that she had a little support with her wrestling business for a long time, but didn't complain about it. In fact, she never even told people who she was related to. Nia Jax admitted that it's unlikely that she will ever return to wrestling again. Despite being on her 90-day non-compete period, WWE called her back for a Royal Rumble appearance. The Irresistible Force admitted that she laughed when she got offered the spot, stating that she was going to get paid regardless of whether she appeared at the Rumble or not. She declined, and that could officially be the end of her wrestling career. Jax doesn't seem to be someone who grew up wanting to be a wrestler and just so happened to stumble upon the opportunity. It certainly helped her star power grow, and it'll be interesting to see what she has in store next. Randy Orton posts a heartwarming message to his wife ahead of her podcast debut. WWE superstar Randy Orton has taken to Twitter with some kind and supportive words for his wife. Kim Marie, the former 14-time WWE champion's wife, is embarking on a journey into the world of podcasting, with the first episode dropping in the near future. The show, known as Wives of Wrestling, will be hosted by Kim Marie and Giovanna Angle, the real-life partner of WWE Hall of Famer Kurt Angle. It will give an insight into the lives of the two of WWE legends and their families. Randy tweeted his support of his wife's new podcasting venture, praising her tenacity and hard work in a heartwarming tweet. The Wives of Wrestling podcast debuts on February 7, 2022. It was recently reported that the Viper will take on a short break away from WWE TV. He has been working as a part of the tag team RK Bro with Matt Riddle in recent months, enjoying a Raw Tag Team Championship reign in the process. The pair recently became engaged in a feud with Chad Gable and Otis of the Alpha Academy. Brian Alvarez of the Wrestling Observer Live reported Orton's TV absence, noting that the Apex Predator would be off WWE TV for a little while. However, no reason was given as to why. Former WWE star says AJ Styles will reach Shawn Michaels' level. AJ Styles has always drawn comparisons to Shawn Michaels for his in-ring mastery over the years. During this week's episode of his podcast, Kurt Angle stated that he would eventually put him in the same bracket as the Heartbreak Kid. The WWE Hall of Famer has shared the ring with both Michaels and Styles on several occasions, but he felt the phenomenal one is on course to be just as good as Shawn Michaels. Angle also admitted that most modern-day professional wrestlers had their best matches against AJ Styles. Kurt Angle's first televised singles match for TNA/Impact Wrestling coincidentally happened against AJ Styles in 2006. The Olympic hero explained that TNA wanted to pair him with performers who'd make him look good, and despite being young at the time, Styles was still considered a complete worker. AJ Styles' arrival in WWE in 2016 gave rise to the possibility of a dream match against Shawn Michaels. The legendary star may have retired, but was always in the conversation regarding an in-ring comeback. Styles revealed in an interview in 2019 that HBK had rejected the offer to have a highly anticipated bout, as he wanted to stay retired after his return for the Crown Jewel show the previous year. Styles is nearing the tail end of his career and would love to strike the Shawn Michaels match off his wish list. WWE Hall of Famer comments on sharing the ring with Ronda Rousey. WWE Hall of Famer Nikki Bella has commented on sharing the ring with Ronda Rousey, stating that she has never felt the kind of strength in a woman before. The two stars collided at the Evolution pay-per-view in 2018 for the Raw Women's Championship, which was won by the baddest woman on the planet. They met in the ring once again at this year's Royal Rumble during the 30-women elimination bout, which was also won by Rousey. Speaking on the Bellas podcast, Nikki Bella commented on facing off with Ronda Rousey at the Rumble, stating that it was a thrilling moment. She also reflected on their Evolution match, complimenting Rousey for her unreal strength. The former UFC champion made her surprise return at the Royal Rumble and outlasted 29 other women to win the prestigious bout. On the following SmackDown, she revealed that she would face Charlotte Flair for the latter's championship. Since the grandest stage of them all will be a two-night extravaganza once again, it's possible that Rousey versus Charlotte Flair will close out night one. This means Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns will headline night two. Thanks for watching today's Sportskeeda Wrestling WWE News Roundup. For exclusive content that you never want to miss, you gotta subscribe to our YouTube channel and smash that notification bell so you never miss whenever we drop brand new content. Follow us on all social media and download the Sportskeeda app for the most up-to-date stories in the world of wrestling.